Well, welcome everybody to our special Tuesday evening presentation for Karatbars International. My name is Scott Nelson, and I'm your presenter here tonight. Thank you that you can join us. I just wanted to kind of start here. Many of you got this copy that came in today. We have a lot of people that follow what is going on very closely, like myself, in the financial and the gold and silver market, and just very, very important that we understand. Oftentimes we share video, we share articles, because in the mainstream media today, when you turn on NBC, you turn on the news on the secular or the world news, like on CNN and Fox and things like that, you really do not get very much of the real news of what is happening. It unfortunately is manipulated and controlled by the government, by the elite, and you name it. And so very little truth, or at least very highly diluted truth, is ever reported on the nightly news or the cable news networks. And the reason is obvious, is that if you start telling people that the US dollar is dying, if you start telling people that people like Warren Buffett or other people are telling people that, hey, in another 6 months to a year, there's not going to be any U.S. dollars. What's going to happen is you're going to create a major panic in the world market, and the last thing that the banks need or any of the stock markets need is a run on what's remaining of the depleted U.S. dollar. So for those of you that are members already of Karatbars International, and those of you who are not, I really want to encourage you to get out on your own and start digging around. The very best way to find information out there is to use search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, information areas like Wikipedia, where you can get a lot of information on what top financial experts, philanthropists like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are talking about. These are people that are part of the world's elite, and they control about 95% of the world's finances, the stock market, the gold market, and everything else. But when you start finding statements that are on this page here that were sent to me this morning by highly respected economists and experts like Mark Faber, Brent Johnson, who is the CEO of Santiago Capital, Jim Rogers, George Soros, Don Coates, and you start reading things about the market and how there is going to be so little physical gold left here in the next few years, and how the market, people always ask me every day, Scott, how come the stock market, or not the stock market, how come the gold price is all the way down around $1,250 an ounce? And I said, it's because it's all shorted. There's no physical gold that's being traded. That's all manipulated by the government. They're going in and buying billions and billions of dollars of shorts on gold and silver. Why? Because they know that the dollar is collapsing. And gold, of course, and silver, every time you get into inflation or hyperinflation, the gold prices are literally going to go through the roof. Other experts like George Soros and Donald Trump, Jim Sinclair, have all said that there is no physical gold left in the United States. We're so far in debt that there is no physical gold. So I just wanted to show you the type of information that gets sent to me a lot, from people that really truly are in the know, and we really need to pay very, very close attention, because it has everything to do with the message that we are talking about and conveying here with Karatbars International tonight, because we have some training that we want to get through for people that are already members, and for those of you that are going to be joining us. I'm going to focus on getting through the presentation a little bit more quickly tonight. This 12-week financial plan is something that we are all very, very excited about. There are so many people that are earning 5 and 6 figure monthly income with Karatbars in their first few months. And there are people that are earning six figures a month in just a couple of years with Karatbars. And if you are listening in here tonight and you are a guest, um, really, we are committed to helping people, first of all. And with Karatbars, even though we're going to focus our energy tonight on the 12-week plan to financial freedom with Karatbars affiliate rewards program, I do want to let you know that we're thankful that you're here tonight. And we do understand that not everybody is going to have the type of energy and focus and willingness that is required to be able to use this 12-week plan to financial freedom. But one of the wonderful things about Karatbars, even if it took you 12 months or 5 years, could you be satisfied if you knew at the end of that period of time, whatever period it might look like, that you could enjoy a minimum weekly income of over $4,000 per week with Karatbars? Well, that's happening for people that are paying attention. And with the market like it is right now, with the world and the economy collapsing, and of course, the financial collapse of the US dollar that's been going on now for the last 100 years, where the dollar has now lost 98% of its actual purchasing power over the last 100 years, people are starting to really wake up. They're starting to understand what is going on. And we need to be aware of this. And we also, and most importantly, we must share the information that we're getting. If you have friends, relatives, and loved ones that don't really understand this, they're going to react two different ways. They're going to react as if you are some sort of doom and gloom soothsayer, or that you're absolutely crazy. Very few are going to say, "Oh, well, yeah, Bill, I knew that," or "Hey, Gordon, I knew that." Most of the people that you're going to share this information with are not going to really understand that what you are conveying is a warning. In fact, let me just run some figures by you, and many of you that are on here tonight may not even know that our poverty rate, this is the people that are living under the federal poverty line here in the US right now, is at over 15%. That's amazing. 15% of people in the United States are living below the poverty line. And did you know this? This has been going on now for 3 straight years. Did you know that there in the last few months we've had the biggest increase in interest rates? Of course, you'll never hear that on CNN or ABC World News Tonight, but the interest rate has jumped by 1% over the last 12 months, and it's estimated that new home loan interest rates could reach 8% before the end of this year. Do you know that in September was the lowest rate of new home mortgage applications that we've seen in this country in the last 4 years? Do you know that we have nearly 50 million people in the United States on food stamps? And of the 50 million that are currently receiving food stamps, 47 million of those will have their food stamp benefits cut by 20 to 30% this year alone. Do you know that over 5 million Americans are going to lose their unemployment benefits in 2014? So when you start talking about all this, does it make sense to any of us that the stock market, when we are a nation that is over $60 trillion in debt, the stock market is over 16,400 on the Dow average, but yet there's no real money being put in to the stock market? So where is this all coming from? Well, it's coming from a thing that we call QE3, which is the third child of our phony fiat currency system, where the government is printing, I should say the Federal Reserve is printing over $100 billion per month. and cramming that money into propping up our banks, financial systems, stock market, and shorting of gold and silver prices. These are things that I share with you only because I want you to know and I want to convey very clearly to you that this 12-week plan to financial freedom involves a number of different facets, and all you need to do is to find two people who understand this and want to make a focus for the next 90 days that can bring a level of financial freedom that you've only dreamt of or hoped of in the past. However, for those of you that might be listening and says, well, this may not be realistic to do in 12 weeks, don't worry about it. You go at your own rate of speed. But what I'm going to share with you after this presentation tonight is going to give many of you the opportunity that want to plant yourself into an environment where actually leads and contacts can be provided for you on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. People that are asking you to actually call them back, and then you can drive them through some simple steps of presentations that are done on your behalf, and you can start finding those business partners that are extremely serious about changing and protecting their family's future and their assets and their finances as we move forward. For those of you that are listening in tonight, we want to assure you that at Karatbars, there is never a cost to become either a customer or an affiliate, and we love that. So you can actually get started for free. There's never a cost to do this. What we're focusing on here over the next 20 minutes is simply one of our plans that our leadership in our team has put together that will create, if you want to participate, and there are requirements, and I'm going to cover those very quickly, to reach a 12-week financial freedom affiliate rewards level of $4,500 per week minimum. Now, I do want to share that the projections of the income here and the action plan that we use actually takes into consideration 100% by mathematical examples that we must remain dependent on and following the plan as I describe it here tonight. And of course, the results of this plan are going to be based entirely on your activity and the activity of those people that you work with. What we're going to give you tonight is a 12-week plan that creates an incredible amount of financial freedom and asset protection using compounding and leverage. It promotes and encourages you and literally rewards all of us that are members of Karatbars for simply doing the right thing, which is saving. Harold Seitz, our founder and CEO, launched Karatbars International back in 2011. And Karatbars was launched with the consideration to make pure 999.9 London bullion market associated gold by the gram affordable for people all over the world. The price of gold at even $1,200 or $1,300 an ounce literally pushes the affordability of gold out of the reach of most of the people in the world today. But everybody can afford to start simply exchanging their depreciating US dollars for small, affordable weights of 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram pure gold. And you are allowed to take physical delivery. If you want to store it, they will store it for you for free at their world headquarters in Stuttgart, Germany. Karatbars is a highly respected company doing business now in over 111 countries of the world, and they are highly respected. They own their own gold mines and refinery. So we are a private company, which means that your gold is actually yours, unlike, they say, the minted gold currently being produced at any of the world government-owned mints. We want to highly recommend that if you do hold any gold coins or bars that actually are stamped or minted by any government of the world, we want to warn you at least that it's highly likely that as we move forward into these more difficult times ahead, that your gold and silver may be confiscated. When you have privately owned and poured and minted, it's not really minted, it's called refined bullion. That is not owned by any government, of course. That is going to be safe, whether you have it or you store it someplace else. I recommend always taking possession of your gold. And we'll talk a little bit about that as we move forward. But we're going to show you a new concept. It's a new way of thinking for most of us because we always think that we have to get out and spend our money and go shopping in order to receive rewards. Well, how would you like to be rewarded for saving and not spending? And that's exactly what our rewards program does. We use 4 timeless money principles: the movement, the frequency, the volume, the velocity. We're going to show you a system that's going to allow you to capture the money every time it moves. And we're going to teach you, never forget, number 4. This is something that you must do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis as often as you can, is to pay yourself correctly every single time money comes into your possession. This is the key to these 4 principles. And the movement of money happens every time you get paid, every time people spend money, every time people use their ATM or cash machines, when they go shopping, or when they save or invest money. The velocity is going to be something that you will determine. But every time money moves with you and your group with Karatbars, commissions are paid. So obviously, this is why in the 12-week plan, we always recommend that you simply exchange enough of the depreciating US dollars into a minimum of 1 gram of pure gold every week. Now, people ask me all the time, what if I only get paid twice a month? Well, obviously, if you don't have the $60 or $65 that currently the price of a gram of pure 24 karat gold currency cost, then do it every other week. But if you can, try to get yourself into and your team to simply take $60 or $65 worth of the dying, depreciating fiat currency and simply exchange it. You're not really talking about purchasing. You are purchasing, but most of us that are on this call, if we looked at our bank account right now, probably have $65 or more sitting at your house, in your wallet, in your perhaps in your bank account, or in a 401k or a retirement fund, something like that. And you know what? It's getting worth less and less and less. We want to teach you to move money towards you. And to do this, would you be willing to learn 4 money principles, which I've just shared, along with 3 new skills? These skills will give you such an incredible level of compensation in a very short period of time. And what a wonderful feeling it is to know that you control your earning power when you start, because we're going to talk about some starting marketing packages and the level of marketing package that you begin with. Now, remember, this is for people that want to get involved in the 12-week program that opens up our dual compensation with Karatbars International. Don't be discouraged if you are here tonight and you say, Scott, I want to start a gold savings plan with Karatbars, and I certainly want to tell my friends and family, but I don't really want to turn this into a income opportunity where I can get paid 7 different ways. I'm just looking to get some free perpetual gold over a period of time. When I tell my kids or my grandkids or my friends or family, I'd like to get paid a few cents every time they buy a gram of gold. And don't worry then, because this part of the presentation obviously will not apply to you, since it is always free to be a free affiliate or a free customer. But in order to open up our dual compensation plan, you will need to start by selecting one of the 5 packages that Karatbars International offers our members. And this program that we're talking about is really a highly focused 3-month program where if you apply yourself with a burst of energy and effort, literally for those of you that want to plug in with us, it's going to change your life, and very, very quickly. I can't hardly believe what Karatbars has allowed Stephanie and I to be able to enjoy. And we just started right at Thanksgiving. And of course, with Thanksgiving and then Christmas, we were out of town for 8 days. We can really throw almost 2 or 3 weeks of that time. So we've really only been doing this hard for about a month now, and we have already started to enjoy incredible rewards. Another thing for those of you that are listening that want to be part of Karatbars International and our 12-week program, we've got some fantastic power leg positions in our team that is going to allow you to get a lot of assistance both in mentoring and in team building through our dual compensation plan once you open up the keys to the financial vault here by purchasing your marketing package. So to simply say you're going to learn these 3 new financial skills, they're very simple. You'll select and acquire a business marketing package if you want to participate in the dual compensation plan. Then you'll move a minimum of 1 gram per week into your savings. That's the correct way that you want to save money. That's one of the principles we talked about, learning to pay yourself every time money moves by simply moving 1 gram of pure 24 karat gold minimum or more into savings each and every week. And that's the correct way of doing things. You're going to merely swap or trade your paper money into gold money. And then, most importantly, and we're going to give you some exciting ways to find those 2 extremely focused, serious business partners, is to help them to do exactly the same thing. And when this repeats, when this result is the same, if everybody does exactly that same thing week after week after week, look at the income potential on a monthly basis. It's absolutely amazing because of the power of compounding and leverage. We follow a simple system. Remember, when you enroll, whoever invited you here tonight, you're going to contact those people immediately. Don't drag your feet. It's going to cost you a huge amount of money, both just if you continue to hold on to your US dollars, along with not taking action in building a system with us with Karatbars International. So you get with the person that invited you here to the presentation tonight, and you follow this plan. They will give you a website, or they can assist you and enroll you over the phone, and you can create your free Karatbars account. Very easy to do. Then you will select one of the 5 marketing packages, provided that you want to get started on this 12-week plan. And there is a package, I believe, that works for everybody because they're one-time charge, and they start for as little as 135 US dollars. That's a one-time purchase. And then this will give you the financial principles of compounding and leverage and put them to work for you once you acquire that package. And of course, you're going to start to pay yourself by moving $60 to $65. That's currently the price of 1 gram weekly. Every week, you'll go into your website, and you're not going to want to ship that gold every week because it comes via FedEx, and having FedEx deliver that right to your doorstep from London and also from Germany is around 20 to 25 US dollars. So what I recommend is what Stephanie and I do is we just accumulate 5 to 10 grams. We store it for a few weeks, and then when we have 5 or 10 grams in our account, we just go into our website back office and we put in a delivery request. Normal time for delivery from the moment you enter The order until it arrives at your door will be between 4 to 6 weeks. And that's the norm because everything is processed a few times a month right through the FedEx facility there in London, where it's a secure facility and everything is videotaped. That's why, of course, everything is done through high security levels. Now, when you've done this, you're going to be on your way. You're going to have your gram of gold minimum every week. And then, of course, we're going to give you tools and mentoring that are going to help you to have different ways to simply find just 2 people one time. That's all you had was 2 serious people who you worked with and mentored, and you taught them to do the same exact thing, which would be in their first week to find 2 people to do the same. And then they were taught through those people, and everybody follows through. The 12 weeks can be by far the most exciting time in your life. You look at just some of the examples. Here is our entry level bronze digital package at $135. And you can see that at week number 6, after you start this program, this is with everybody doing what they are committing to do. Your gold that you're doing on a weekly basis, that 1 gram minimum, is now covered by your earnings, which means you are no longer even reaching into your pocket to take out $60 or $65 to exchange into a minimum of 1 gram of gold each week. And look at what happens in the perfect mathematical equation at week number 12. This is the minimum weekly income of $44.85 that you would be earning on a weekly basis as a bronze member. Now, remember, we told you that the package that you choose is going to determine your income level. Look what happens when you go to, I think is a far better choice if you can do it, going to our silver package, which is just actually by the time you buy your first gram and add it into your bronze package, you're within about $125 of what you could start at the silver level, because the silver package does come with a 1 gram of gold when they send the package to you. And look at your income minimum is gone almost 4 times, about 3.5 times higher, because you came in as a silver package member. Gold gets even more exciting. Look at jumping from 17,000 minimum per week as a silver all the way up to 25,875. And there's our most popular package, our VIP. You're also going to be given a coupon if you're going to be purchasing a VIP package. You'll want to make sure you get back to the person who has invited you to become a VIP member if you have not yet purchased your package. I know that there are a few people on this presentation tonight that are waiting to come in at the VIP level. And if your sponsor has not already told you, make sure you get back to them, and they will give you a code that when you purchase your VIP package, it will save you €100, which is about, I think, almost 140 US dollars. And that's a nice savings as a way of saying thank you for joining us over at Karatbars. And of course, remember, when you enroll, the accounts are free. You'll be starting a sound and safe and secure savings plan, and you'll have a system to do it every week. You're simply going to get into that mindset that every week, if you are right now just a free affiliate, by the way, I know there are a few of you that are waiting for funds so you can get your VIP package. I would still recommend that you do 2 things. You want to get in and get your KYC documents filed, and that way you can go in there and start purchasing some gold ahead of time. Let's say you can't get your VIP package for another month or another few weeks, you could at least start to acquire some gold right away. So I do recommend that. The cool thing is that when you move your money, your fiat currency, which isn't worth anything, into gold money, then it really hits you is that, wait a minute, if I were to hold on to this $100, for instance, next year at this time, it's probably only going to be worth somewhere around $80 in purchasing power. If that, it may be $50. So isn't it cool to know that you're getting rid of what's worthless? Really, it's not worth the paper that it's printed on, and you're exchanging it into something that is highly valuable and definitely a far superior currency. So what do you need to do now? Well, you enroll, you create your free account. There's 3 different ways to get started. Become a free customer. If you happen to be listening to this call and you say, I just want to go in whenever I want and I want to buy gold. Okay, just become a free customer. You're never going to earn any commissions. Even if you tell your friends and family and they go in and they purchase some gold, it's going to roll up to the next person above you that signed you up, as long as they are a free affiliate or a dual compensation member, and they will enjoy that commission. But that's a great way to start protecting yourself and hedging as an insurance policy against the collapsing US dollar. Secondly, in this 12-week plan, you will need to acquire any package that's going to open the key to the vault. And then don't forget that weekly activity of saving 1 gram of gold every week. Now, we get, as you are a member, once you earn your first $50 with Karatbars, they're going to automatically send you out a beautiful MasterCard pay card, and we get paid every single Friday is payday with Karatbars. If you're a dual compensation member, you'll get paid every Friday. Every Friday, if you have commissions, it doesn't matter whether it's 10 euros or 10,000 euros, it's automatically going to be loaded onto that MasterCard. Stephanie and I are just absolutely blown away. Every Friday, we look at our card in our back office and we've got euros on it. So we can go out and use that at the cash machine. We can go shopping. Yesterday, we went out and had a lovely dinner with our parents and pulled out the gold Karatbars MasterCard to pay for our meal. And it's really a wonderful and attractive card. People will say, what kind of card is that? And of course, if you see, we also have the gold cards. This is the way our gold comes. It comes in a plastic type credit card, but you can see the gold, the 1 gram, 2.5 gram, or 5 gram gold bar is ensconced in that gold. It's or in that card and sealed, hologrammed, and certified as 24 karat pure gold. So it's very, very exciting. So you'll want to acquire either the bronze, silver, gold, VIP. For those of you, and it sounds like a lot of money, but there are a lot of people right now in the world that are moving literally tens of thousands of dollars daily into gold. In fact, I don't know if Claude is on here, but anyways, Claude had told me about somebody that he knows that is joining that is immediately purchasing $20,000 worth of gold. And so obviously we do have a package over and above the VIP package for those of you that might want to consider yourself high rollers, if you know what I mean. Okay. But remember, the package that you choose will determine the compensation level that you'll be at. And one of the nice things is, let's say that you want to join tonight, you want to start as a gold because you can't afford the 2,000. Don't worry about it. You can upgrade at any time from any of the packages to the next level up, or you can jump all the way up to the exclusive VIP. But we do want to warn you that hesitation and tire kicking can be hazardous to both your account, not just your bank account, but also your personal well-being when it comes to your financial situation with the volatility that we currently see in our financial system, not just here, but also in Canada and around the world. Of course, you can get an example here of some of the cycle payouts. One of the 7 different ways we get paid as a dual compensation member is through our cycle. Every time somebody, you can see the number of people that can spill down below you and create volume for you. And every time you have 50 units on one side and 25 on the other, that makes a cycle. And the payouts are based on whether you are a bronze, which is 10 euros. A silver, every time you cycle, jumps 4 times. This is why I tell people to get in as a silver if you can, minimum, because it goes from 10 euros per cycle all the way up to 40 euros. gold is 60 and VIP is 80 euros. Just so you know, there's about $1.40 for US dollar per euro. So if you look at, let's say, 40 euros, you could figure that there would be about another $16 added to that. So your pay cycle as a silver would be somewhere around $50 to $55, depending on what the current value of the euro is. And then the second money movement activity is to pay yourself correctly through this system by moving into 1 gram minimum of gold. And of course, that's a weekly activity. And then finding 2 others to do what you do. If you do that, if you follow this plan and you simply find 2 people, just 2 people that will do exactly what you do, and you hold them accountable, and then they work with their 2 people that they find in their first week, and they have to hold those people accountable. But as you oversee these groups of people, everybody doing the same thing, wow, it is going to create massive wealth for you. Now, one of the websites I'm going to show you, I'll go ahead and do that right now. Probably one of the best informational websites, the karatbarstv.com. If you haven't been over there, you can get a wealth of information on the 12-week plan, the affiliate plan, the customer plan, company facts and FAQs and news updates. There are 2 new cards that are out. The 2.5 gram card is this one down here, and then the 5 gram card is here, and this over here is your 1 gram. So there are your 3 beautiful cards that you use when you exchange your fiat, fading, dying currency into gold directly. You don't have to go to your banker or broker. You go directly to your own business and actually get paid every time that gold is purchased in your team. Here's a 12-week overview. There's all kinds of video trainings. There's live webinars our team does 2 days a week. You can enter into the room. There's 2 webinars every single day. One is at noon Eastern. The next one is at 9 p.m. For those of you that like training, I highly recommend joining us. I go over here on a regular basis at 10:45 a.m. and they open 10 minutes early. And this is more of a talk show, training, interaction, great little place to pick up a lot of information. There's recorded Breakfast Club recordings if you want to click here. Here's your live webinars. Here's where you enter into your room. And then all of them are always recorded. There's some great videos. Here's Jim Sinclair. One of the things here, this is a great one, this 41-minute interview. He talks about emancipated gold. Very shortly, there'll be no more physical gold, so there'll be no more shorting of contracts and manipulating the stock market price or the stock price and the ETF prices on gold and silver. And Jim is the head of the Singapore group that handle the 3rd largest amount of physical gold in the world. And he said by 2020, he believes that gold will eventually go to over $50,000 per ounce. This is a great interview. And then there's just a bunch of other information down here that you can go to with Karatbars. It's karatbarstv.com. Okay, that's a great place to be. So when you put all of these things together for 12 straight weeks, you can see that you're going to have record-breaking growth and record-breaking sales and, of course, record-breaking income with Karatbars. So what do you want to do right now? Well, you want to stay on this because I've got about another 10 or 15 minutes I want to touch on one thing before we all go to bed. Just kidding. It's early. It's only 4:40 here on the West Coast, and so we have plenty of time, but I have an engagement that I need to get to in about an hour, so I'm going to finish up quickly now. Get started. Get back to the person right away. Email them. Call them. Get signed up, and if you're going to do anything, start saving gold now. Get started in 12 weeks if you want to follow this incredible 12-week system to financial freedom for the rest of your life. You can be free, not just 12 weeks older. All right, one of the things I want to cover here really quickly, and I'm going to have one of our members, Tom, not tonight, but probably later this week, come on. And Tom and I have been kind of playing around a little bit here with Lloyd Merrifield. He's a gentleman that does some really great marketing on voice broadcasting and on Craigslist, on blog, talk radio, and social media pages around the world. And he has put together, I think, something that's absolutely fabulous. And it's called the Karat Co-op. You can go to Karat, Karat, K as in Karen, O hyphen op.com. And you can listen to what he's doing here. It tells you what they use, and the marketing shares that he has in this co-op run for 1 week, and they're just $50 per share. And Tom, our business partner, Tom, put this testimonial on here. This is what got my attention. He said, I just wanted to give a huge congrats on whoever put together this co-op. I just bought my first $50 share a few days ago. I've already received 6 leads so far. I just got them calling them back and had 3 really great conversations. I also love the messages and how they are delivered to my 1-800 link message center, and they're always labeled who they came from. And this is Tom's testimonial down here. First week in the co-op was great. It's been the first time of buying any leads for a business, and I'm very impressed. I've already turned on a sign up for the co-op. This was on his first day, and he said when I talked to him a couple of days ago that he had, I think, 2, maybe 3 others that sounded highly promising. Well, let's look at this realistically. If you participate in this co-op, and let's say Tom, who is I believe Tom is a silver or a gold. I think he's a gold member. So Tom is getting a direct sale commission of 15% if he's a gold member. So if Tom signs up a bronze member at 135, he's going to earn about $20 just for that enrollment. Plus, he is going to receive the unit bonus and the dual compensation bonus. But let's just look at the upfront bonus that Tom, if he did 2 bronze, and Tom is in fact, I believe, a gold, he's going to earn roughly $40 just in sign-up bonuses. So how much? I think he said he had a total of, I think, 12 leads. Now, some of them that come in off of voice broadcasting are people that want to be removed. So obviously, even though they are considered a lead, they're not going to be fruitful. But out of the 12, I think Tom said he had 6 or 7 that were really good. Well, if Tom just got 2 bronze signups, he would virtually pay for the cost of his share, that $50 share. He can buy as many shares as you want to buy, but he bought 1 to start, and he signed up 1 the first day, and so forth. And I got really excited. So yesterday I went in and I bought my first share, and I had 3 leads in the first 2 days, yesterday and today. And 2 of them wanted to be removed. They were voice broadcast leads, but I got an incredible Craigslist prospect. He is a mortgage broker. He's fed up with the mortgage business because they're not paying anything. And of course, I told you about the startups, the applications on the startups, how they've dropped off. And he sounds excellent. He's going to, there's no selling involved with this. So it does require you to use a script, which they print out right down here. And you can look at this when you visit this page, and you can tweak it. It's very professionally done. The messages are all pre-recorded by Lloyd for you, and they really highly do everything they can to get a person not to follow through. Because if you're going to do the 12-week plan, remember the 12-week plan is based on serious business builders all doing the same thing. And the interview process you go to If you can go through that and you only need to find a total of 2 people, it's only going to be the matter of a few weeks, maybe a month or two of consistently buying your share. And I promise you, you will find your two. And then all you need to do is plug them right back into here. And if everybody were to do this, that really wanted to reach that income level of that 12-week plan, I'm certain that that could happen for each of you. So there's a lot of information here. You will need to set up an 800 link where you'll have an 800 number for this system along with a local phone number. I think they charge about $20 per month to have an 800 number and a local number, but you will need to order and set that up. Very simple process to follow the instructions. He gives you here, you can click on this. This shows you the Craigslist ad. He uses different ones all the time, but these are very powerful. You can check that out. Also, he talks about Blog Talk Radio and shows some of the banners that are used. And he has a social media expert that's promoting this co-op in an ad rotator all around the world, and gives you the participation information. So it's something that I am so happy that Lloyd has come up with. And I do talk to you a lot, and people ask me all the time, okay, well, I want to do this. I really want to get this rolling. And I've talked to everybody I know, and they don't want to listen to me. Okay, if that's the truth, now you have no excuse, because you don't have to do any selling with this co-op. You simply just build a short little relationship for 3 or 4 minutes over the phone and make yourself available. The script is really easy to do. I'm going to open that up here real quick. See if I can blow this up a little bit for you so you can kind of get an idea. That might be a little tough to read. Let's go up to 18. Hope you can read that. It just basically says, hi, Bill. My name is Scott Nelson. I'm calling because you responded to one of our ads and you left information for us. Then you've got this part here where it talks about your senior partner. So you say, I'm a elite partner, business partner, and I'm conducting the initial interview for my senior partner, Scott Nelson, or whoever your most qualified upline is to speak to those people if they need to. Is this a good time to speak? And then as you go down through this fairly short script, it's going to say at the very bottom, after you reviewed everything, I will give you a call back and I'll set up a time with you to speak with Scott Nelson, my senior partner, and you guys should get to know each other. So it really even sets you up if you need to do a 3-way call and allow myself or anybody else to be able to help close that sale for you. So we work together as a team, but by doing this, we will all be able to speed up the process with the 12-week program for those that want to do it. So Lloyd has done just a yeoman's job, and it's been wonderful. I'm looking forward. You'll be able to see here. Here's a great example. Here is a great example. You get these messages, and here's the one gentleman that responded. It tells you right here. You'll know where he came in from. He came in from Craigslist, and it gives you his phone number and the number that he called to receive the 3-minute message. And then it talks about the amount of time that he spent on that call. So you can even see that he was actually on the phone over the period of time because he was leaving a message for me. And then you can just click down here and actually hear your audio file, or you can actually click it and download the message if you want to save it. So it's really, really cool. And you can just give them a call right back, interview them, follow the instructions, and we'll do some more training on the co-op. I'm hoping that maybe this Saturday, if I'm available, we can maybe get Lloyd to actually jump on a webinar for those of you that want to participate in this co-op. All right. Well, I hope that everybody got a lot out of this tonight. Remember, if you want to review that co-op, that page is it's Karat Co-op. So co-op really is spelled KO-OP.com. So it's Karat, like Karat of Gold. So it's Karat, K-O hyphen or dash op.com. And you can review that information. I want to really, really highly recommend. I know we have some people looking at the roster here that have not yet joined us, and it would be very, very foolish for you not to get involved right away. Now that we have this co-op, it will provide a way that if you just work it consistently. Now, I do want to say before we finish up here tonight, please don't buy a share and spend your hard-earned money on a co-op if you are not going to follow up on your leads within your first 12 to 24 hours. I really think you shoot yourself in the foot by doing that. Co-ops really, really require you to really get into the trenches and work with these people, build relationship with the people. If you were just to go in there and buy the co-op and think you didn't have to do anything, of course, you would be misleading yourself, and you don't want to do that. You're better off if you weren't going to be able to follow up on your leads in your first few hours. I believe calling them within the first hour, if at all possible. But if you were not able to do it and you just let it go for 3 or 4 days, I can promise you will have no results. And you're better off really taking your money and just putting it into additional gold. So this Karat co-op is really only for people that are able to check their email on an hourly or at least every couple of hours because you're notified anytime a lead comes in. Get your script out. The initial call will take you no more than 5 minutes. I'm thinking we're averaging probably 1 or 2 leads per day. So you're probably going to look at no more than 10 or 15 leads per share. And out of the leads, you might only have 2 or 3 that are actual leads. But I'll tell you what, when you know that you're only looking for two serious ones, and then you can give them exactly the same duplicatable system that they can generate and get their first two with your help. You see, what I'm going to do is the people that are going to participate, there's no real need. If you have 2 deadly serious people, you might as well give them some of your leads if they need help to get going and get those people, because it's only 90 days of doing this. Your 2 getting their 2 and them getting their 2 in their first week before you reach that income level. So, all right, stay tuned for an incredible week and updates. Make sure you check your email every single day. I want to thank you for being here tonight. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you at the top. If you need to get a hold of me with any questions, you can email me always at SpokaneGoldRush@gmail.com. That's Spokane, SPOKANE, goldrush@gmail.com. Have a good evening.